So, as an IELTS speaker, an IELTS teacher, what do you think? Like, is it a good thing to encourage students? Because I know a lot of students will ask for tips.
Well, tips actually, it's not really a bad thing or something. You can use tips, but I think that we have to reach to a specific level so that the tips are useful. You know, because if you lack foundation knowledge, basic knowledge, you cannot use tips, and the tips would not help you to reach a higher band score. If you're like you're really good, you have a good knowledge, and then you just use some tips to like make yourself more excellent. Yeah, it is. At that point, tips are useful.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so like we should lay a solid foundation first, and then we can, you know, apply some tips to develop our full potential to like do our best in the exam.
That's right. Tips are the tools. It's not the key factor in improving your band score.
I think if you kind of rate speaking in terms of clarity, pronunciation, that's the correct criteria. But if you judge it by how much well-prepared vocabulary with more than, I don't know, 5 syllables and very convoluted sentences and a lot of fillers. I've heard this. A lot of, one of my friends who studies IELTS said that there was a tip for him that is, whenever you don't know what to say, just say, in my humble opinion. I want to express like something. There's a lot of filler words that when I listen to and when I know that person is just intensively using filler words, it's kind of annoying. It sounds really weird. It doesn't sound like human to human talking. It sounds very mechanical. And that's why I said no. But how about you guys? With more experience, I think on that side, I think with more experience with IELTS.
We have like an excellent IELTS test taker here. He got an 8.52.
Yeah.
Hi. So if you ask, I would say I would align myself with being a tipaholic, because I think at the end of the day, IELTS is just a test with its own set of criteria and rules. So you'll have to learn all the rules and study the criteria in order to play it correctly. I have some friends who have excellent command of English, but still they suck at taking the IELTS test because they don't study for...
It is a skill.
Yeah, they don't study for like for the questions and how to answer them. So they just got perplexed by the questions in the writing test and the speaking test. And that's why I would say you still have to study for the tactics to counter all the criteria. Like IELTS doesn't fully reflect your entire English repertoire. Like it's just a part, it's just a certificate. Like it just reflects on your performance in a certain test, not your entire, not your entire command of English. So in order to play that game, you have to study for the rule.
Wow. Is your friend Bino? I feel like he's Bino. Like he has a good command of English, but he does not study the tactics.
Yeah.
Did the IELTS test like perplex you?
I wouldn't say I am a tipaholic, but I rely on tips a lot. And I guess you all do, but you just don't notice. You know why? Because you, him, me, and him as well, we all make TikToks, right? Yeah. And if you think about it, TikTok, when it first came to Vietnam, like back in 2018, 2019, it was a platform focusing mostly on very, very short videos of 15 seconds, and then they increased it to 1 minute. And so, like when I make videos about English, right, I can't just fit the whole lesson into my videos, right? So I can only give tips, and that's why. And if you like my videos, if you watch my videos, or you know, videos from other educational content creators, and they do the same things, I guess that you do rely on tips too. Yeah, just not a tipaholic, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents.